I mean, you can talk about playoff scenarios and you can go through that gamut.
Right.
None of it matters if you don't win.
That's right.
So for me, before I even go down that rabbit hole, you have to win a game. I think that's what it has to be about. Win a game and put yourself in that position, because right now you're not even in that position yet to even look at that scenario, if that makes sense.
Proven differently, you know what, I've been discouraged, Deuce, when you think you always want to give your offense an opportunity to maybe have a chance to come back. But what happened against Atlanta, what happened against Detroit, is how they got significant first downs where you don't even get the ball back. We all know Atlanta ran the ball 8 straight times. You look at Detroit, the significant first downs they had at the end, even though we came back. And so I'm thinking right now, especially, you know, what have we done for Ivy League? I'm looking at Chuba Hubbard. He ran for 140 yards. Very similar to Alvin Kamara. He's going like for 3 games in a row with 90 scrimmage yards plus. So, Deuce, I think for sure they're going to give him the ball if you don't have 25, 30 rushing attempts.
They're going to run the ball. They're going to say, you have to stop the run. And so you're going to mix in some play action. But I don't know how much they're changing. You don't have the same head coach. You don't have the same play caller.
Right.
We've got one game, but I don't know how much that changes or is changing. And it starts with stopping the run. And I'm not going to put all of the trouble on the defense, because the Saints offense had a chance to win that game, to say, even before that situation came up. You know, you had a 4th down, you had a 3rd down, and you couldn't convert. And so I can't even put that all on the defense. I mean, yes, the defense has to get off the field, but at the same time, the offense has to be able to convert as well.
Deuce, what is your take? Because it looks like, I don't know, Derek Carr, I thought, we don't have a bye week. He's got a concussion. He's not going to come back. And all of a sudden you see him at practice, you know, shoulder, back, and dealing with concussions. And but then what would you do right now, him or Jameis Winston? And then you can add whether it's Derek Carr or Jameis Winston, obviously the number of reps or opportunities you give to Taysom Hill, depending how healthy he is. But I'm looking at Jameis. You know, ironically, the last time he started was against the Carolina Panthers, where he threw for 353 yards. Now, that was September 25th, and over a year in 2022. So, Deuce, I'll look at that. That would you go with Jameis or Derek? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but what's your gut feeling on that?
Bobby, they're gonna see. It's gonna be Derek if up until the point he can't go, if that makes sense. I mean, That's basically what Dennis has said. If Derek is able to go, it's gonna be him, is what he said. I mean, but for me, I am going to get Jameis ready to play as he is the starter. You would kind of be naive to not get him ready to play. And Bobby, as you know, there's only so many reps.
Right.
There's only so many reps that guys take, and so from a team standpoint. Derek, you may only take 4 reps, you know, if you can take those at all. If you can't, then obviously they're all yours, Jameis. And then for Taysom, him dealing with the hand injury, I may put the look in, but Taysom may not be the quarterback because right now you just don't know. I mean, you don't know if he's going to be available at all. But for me, I am going to be the guy that says, hey, look, I am getting Jameis ready to play, and if he can't go, then, you know, so be it. Because you know that Derek is going to be healthy enough and get cleared to go. But, you know, coming off of those concussions, and that's the other thing, just like we talked about last time with Chris Olave, that's not handled by the staff. Now, the staff has the right to be able to consult with the player and the agent and say, hey, look, we know that you've been cleared, but we're going to hold you out to clear him up to the point where he can actually play. That's handled by the doctors.
Now, Deuce, what's your take on this? I mean, you're a pro, and then, you know, you got fans, and they pay their hard-earned money to go to a game. And, I mean, I think Mickey Loomis was a little too sensitive when he said, I don't like when the fans are booing. He's been around the NFL long enough. I mean, and you think, like, come on, the media, we're not really hard here in New Orleans compared to if we were in New York or Philadelphia and all that. When he said, well, I don't really understand because it doesn't help the team when the local fans boo. And what occurred, you know, when Taysom would come in the game, or I should say when Derek would come in and Taysom would come out, you know, you hear the fans. So, I mean, it's pro football. You got to be able to handle that. and the games have all been sold out. And whether the Lions are in that number, God forbid we be playing Dallas right now. You might think it'd be a home game for the Cowgirls, whatever. But I think Mickey Loomis, to me, has more skins on the wall and should not be as sensitive as he is when he talked with Hoss last night about dealing with stuff maybe that perturbs him. And about, now, I can understand maybe the point he was making about when you look at, did they give up on Dennis Allen? Okay, I would say they did not give up on Dennis Allen. Well, they shouldn't give up on any coach. You know why? You being constantly evaluated, you're a pro.
That eye in the sky don't lie.
So you have to play like a pro if you want to have a career. But for us to be that ill-prepared and we down 21-0, people might have been late parking their car to go, what the hell? It's 7 minutes and haven't since 1986. We losing 21-0. So that's why at home, and I've said this, Deuce, it's ridiculous. When we truly have, you don't want to go play in the Caesars Superdome. Maybe it was the Mercedes Superdome, but since it's been the Caesars Superdome, we ain't got no damn dome field advantage. We're 8-12. I think if you look at that sample size, 20 games, we should be at least 12-8, if not 13-7. I'm not saying you got to be 18-2, but 12-8 or 13-7 if you're truly taking care of home field.
Well, one, you got to take care of home field. That starts with it. You always want to be, 70%, 80% at home, and if you can go 500 on the road, then you're playing elite football. Right now, we're inconsistent, and I get and I understand what Mickey's saying. I don't think he's naive. He understands it. He's been around it. He knows what it is, but he doesn't, like he said, he doesn't have to like it. He understands it. He gets it.
But you don't have to say that. You don't have to say you don't have to like it.
What does it hurt by saying it?
Well, what I would just do is say I understand where the fans are come from, but don't say but. But don't say but. I don't have to.
What does it hurt by saying it?
I don't know.
Because the tickets are being sold. It's not like the tickets aren't being sold, right?
No, exactly.
We know they're being sold.
Exactly.
We know they're being sold. I mean, and so all of those tickets. And here's the other thing: all of them were not bought by Saints fans in the beginning, as far as season tickets.
Right.
We know some of those tickets are being bought by brokers, and all they're doing is selling them.
Yeah,
I mean, the Saints are trying to control that to where you get actual true fans. But the fans are upset.
Exactly.
The fans are mad, and so what they do is, okay, I'm going to sell them on the secondary market. We get that. I understand that. And they have every right to do that. And then the part about booing. Now, here's the only part I don't agree with. I'm not going to boo because I don't get the play that I want. I'm not going to boo because you don't stay with the personnel that I want. Now, that's hard because not only is it affecting one player, it's affecting the other 11 that are out there.
That's true.
And so I get that. I understand that. But you're frustrated from a fan's perspective. You knew that going into the game, and that's why it was imperative for that team to start fast, and they did the opposite of it.
Right.
And so now it's almost like, hey, look, we have to play like it's us against us 70, 80, whatever it is on that sideline. It's us against the 60,000 that are in this stadium because we don't have the home field advantage. So the question becomes, how do we change it? Play better.
Win.
Play better. Well, I mean, win comes. That's the ultimate. Yeah. That's at the end. But you have to play better because those fans didn't turn on you when you were being successful. When the momentum shifted, those fans were behind you. Those fans were loud on third down. They were loud on third down.
Right. And
you were playing better. They didn't get hurt or dejected until the very end, where you could not convert on, second down, third down, fourth down offensively right there to be able to take the lead. But they got behind you when you started to play better.
Well, the only thing, Deuce, we don't have to worry about the Carolina fans.
No, you ain't going to see a big contingent from Carolina.
I'm interested to see what it will look like. I mean, you're going to have fans in there, but, I mean, it's going to be almost the same thing. I mean,
we'll get off to a fast start.
The home crowd will cheer for you. The home crowd will get behind you, but they want you to play better.
Right.